Hey, I'm Michael Brown Jr., aka Mike, aka Big Mike. I'm his uncle. He's my nephew. Right now, the Ferguson Police Department, along with the county police department, is trying to spread lies and assassinate his character and try to justify that one of their officers who worked for Ferguson shot him repeatedly at point blank range while his hands were in the air and he was surrendering.
Certainly, the release of this video does add new information to what we know about this case, new information about why Brown may have been stopped.
With boarded windows and officers at the door, a little market now another piece of a national uproar. The market owners, through their attorney, sent the message they want to stay as far away from the situation as possible.
It's not about them. They didn't call the police. They didn't ask the police to come and take the video. Whatever the police are looking at on the surveillance tapes has nothing to do with what went on in the streets.
I know now that the family, just a few moments ago, responding to the police saying that Michael Brown robbed a convenience store. What is the family of Michael Brown saying about that?
Funny, smart kid. You know, make you laugh. Any problem, he can solve it. He'll bring people back together for the good. Just graduated from high school. He's on his way to Battle Rock. Take up heating and cooling. He had plans. He wasn't a bad kid.
You took my son away from me. You know how hard it was for me to get him to stay in school and graduate? You know how many black men graduate? Not many. Because you bring them down to this type of level where they feel like I don't got nothing to live for anyway. They're going to try to take me out anyway.
Me and my friend, we was walking down the street, in the middle of the street, and we wasn't causing any harm to nobody. We had no weapons on us at all. We just walking, having a conversation.
Because he was a quiet guy, he loved music. He was just about to start school Monday. He ain't never had no criminal record. So for them coward police to be talking about he's stealing cigars, he wasn't that type of character.
He was my firstborn. Sweet, loving, dedicated. He worked hard to get through high school, and we were so proud of him. And for him to start a new journey going to college, we was even more proud of him. And he was just spending the summer at his grandmother's house. Never did we think we'd be planning a funeral. We was waiting on his first day of school. And they robbed us of that. They took one of my best friends.
He always went to that store, and they knew who he was because he lived in that neighborhood. He wasn't no bad kid. Like I said, never had a record, never been arrested, never been handcuffed, never been detained. We all speaking on behalf of we the cousins that was doing music with him, who was there with him every day, who he can call every day for guidance.
It hurts. I've been knowing this young man. I held him in my arms. I held his mother in my arms. I'm his granduncle. I know his life. He was a decent young man. We call him the gentle giant. And he was so gentle, I mean my whole family and some of you met a lot of my nephews yesterday. And you can see what type of family we come from. He was a believer. He received the Lord 2 weeks prior to his death. But they don't tell the world that when he ran and he turned around in surrenderance, the very first words he said, I know God. I got my hands up. Don't shoot. Hands lifting up in elevation is the universal sign of surrenderance.
the chief of Ferguson confirmed there was only one weapon fired and only one weapon on the scene, which belonged to the cop. He did the autopsy several days after he made his press conference. As a matter of fact, none of them have revealed how many times Michael Brown was shot or how many shell casings, which all belong to the police officer, were out there. They have not said that yet, and it has been over 7 whole days since he was dead, since he got killed. If you're black, you're the enemy. That's how the police look at you over there. Looked at the police as a friend. They always been like an enemy to me. And I know everybody in St. Louis that's black, they could pretty much say that the police been like, as a whole, been like the enemy towards them. Now, I know some cops. Now, I can't say all cops bad, but overall, as the force, I look at them like the enemy. Oh, even before this. So don't believe all the lies they trying to put out and all the stories, because no matter what they say, don't nothing justify that cop shooting him at point blank range, dead in the face, while he got both hands up saying he surrendered. What is you still shooting for? This is an injustice, and nothing they could do could bring my nephew back. And I don't think he deserved that.